don't like long PowerPoints. We're with Bethany Christian Services, but don't let that throw you. The Christian part has nothing to do with these federal grants. These federal grants are given to us with the mandate that we cannot interject any religious kinds of judgment, values, or anything. Okay, so it is equal opportunity, and we're sensitive to the kinds of things that are happening with young people and relationships. So because Bethany Christian Services has this grant, has nothing to do with how we present our subject matter. So our Dreams for You program is Dreams for You stands for Developing Relationship Enhancement and Marriage Skills for You. Now, a lot of you young people don't want to hear the word marriage. You're not really thinking about that right now. You're not really into that right now. But I'm going to tell you why uh, so much money is being put in by the federal government into these kinds of programs. Bethany is in its 7th year of doing these different kinds of programs. We've had Be Real, Building and Enhancing Relationship. We've had other things called other names over the past years. Dreams for You is a 5-year program started in October of 2020. And we are going full gear into virtual and live classes. But the basis for these grants is that if you make healthy partner choices, you have healthy marriages, you have healthy children, healthy families, healthy communities, healthy cities and states, and healthy country. So that's the basic premise, and that's why they give this kind of money out. There are also fatherhood grants that help single fathers and married fathers develop in their kind and meet their kinds of goals too for success in their life. So
So you say,
go ahead.
I was curious. So that is something that's rarely ever considered. Is the programs for the fathers.
Yes.
I know our males get overlooked a lot when it comes to being to parenting and resources for them.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
I'm going to put a plug in right now for Fathers Incorporated. I don't have anything to present on them, but I'm a fatherhood advocate. I've been since the 90s. And Fathers Incorporated it was a New York-based program that moved down here 4 years ago. It's headed by Kenneth Braswell. And I would really ask you to look up Fathers Incorporated. They got a grant also, the same time we did. It's very similar, but it's male oriented, and it addresses male and fatherhood issues. So look up Fathers Incorporated, and it's not INC, it's Incorporated, written all the way out. Go to their website and look at the fabulous things that they're doing. Okay, so
do you know them?
yes, I know them. They are
Oh,
my
you
partners
have to hook us
and my
up.
friends. I will hook you up.
You have to hook us up. You have to hook us
Okay,
up. I'm looking for some stuff for our males or
all
whatever. That's
righty.
awesome.
Okay, they are my partners and my friends. So I helped them get oriented in the community when they got down here. So I will do that for your next thing. So Dreams for You is a very interactive program created for emerging, they call you emerging young adults. I guess that's the term now in grant speech, from 18 to 24-year-olds. It's completely voluntary. And the entire program and follow-up, you voluntarily tell us if you want us to follow up with you up to 24 months to give you resources, help you connect, get the things you need to be independent, job placement, and job support. Okay, and some of the job support we'll be talking about later in a quick Q&A part. Our target areas are Fulton, Clayton, DeKalb, Gwinnett, Henry, Muskogee, and Clark counties. That means that's target. We operate with anybody in the state of Georgia. Okay. And as I said before, we do virtual classes. So we could do a virtual class with any of young people in the state of Georgia. But those are our primary target areas. So our objective is to have an integrated approach to help low income and single and single again, between the ages of 18 and 24, as I said, to strengthen their safety and well-being. We're aimed at improving outcomes for marriage, if that's where you want to go, but it also concentrate on other relationships, working relationships, conflict resolution, even how you deal with the people that you allow in your life and how you choose those people to be in your life. We have a financial component, little budgeting, and we also help you, as I said, with what your education goals are and employability. So the basic program in the Be Real program that we had before, we had the couples program, and we had the singles program. The singles thing was a 1 day long thing, and it was using this curriculum, how to avoid falling with a jerk or jerkette. As you see in the second thing, it has been updated. And of course, when I was recruiting for it, I would get fantastic response from jerk, how to avoid falling for a jerk or jerkette. That is what we really want to avoid. Okay. So, and like I said, we do acknowledge that women can be jerkettes. All right. It's not a one-way street, but that is the main curriculum that we have in the 15-hour portion. And then we add on the other supportive kinds of things like conflict resolution and job readiness and budgeting. So the main tool of the how to avoid jerkette is the RAM board that was developed by Dr. Van Epp, and it's the relationship attachment model. When you get in the class, you'll be using this. You have your own that you'll take with you to evaluate your own relationships as you get into it. And the premise is that as your relationships develop, each one of these elements, know, trust, rely, commit, and touch is the last one. Each one of these elements, none of these levels of the one after it should be higher than the one. That means that you should know somebody first, you should trust them, rely, commit, and then touch. We know that sometimes it's upside down, but you can see that when it's upside down, why those relationships are not healthy and they may not last and they may be troublesome for you. So this is called our health, the development of a healthy sequence of a relationship. A healthy sequence of relationship. So the interactive hours, we have all kinds of configurations for this. 4 Saturdays with lunch provided live, weekdays 2 nights a week for 2 hours for 4 weeks. And then we have custom schedule based on if we have a host, like an organization that's hosting it and we're dealing with their people. So, but the public offerings are virtual or live in the configuration that I just mentioned. And we also give you incentives for participating, up to $175 in gift card incentives for class completion. So you can walk out of that first class, and then we got to mail everything to you when it's virtual, but you can walk out of that first class with $50 to $175 for doing the pre-evaluation and for attending the first class. And then you get your other sequences, but they all add up, if you complete it, to $175 in gift card incentives. Now, I will say this, just so you know, it's not Visa, okay? We couldn't afford Visa gift cards because they add a fee, and the fee took too much from the budget. It took too much from what we had to give to people. So these are all Walmart gift cards, but if you want some cash, then buy something from Walmart for your friend and tell them to give you the cash. Okay.
You gotta teach them how to hustle.
Yeah, they know how to hustle, right. So we also have the career and career coaching and job placement. Mr. Masters is the employment assistance person with that. And we have employee assistance. So say you go and get a construction job, and I've seen women out there doing the traffic and all that. So that's, non-gender specific. But you get a job doing construction and you have to have steel toe boots. Then we have these mini grants that will pay for that for you. If you wanted to study insurance and you wanted to get licensed, we have a mini grant that would pay that license fee for you. So those are the kinds of financial supportive employee assistance things. It also works the other way, where employees who hire you can get up to about $1,700 to supplement your salary. Okay. So the program contact, that's it in a nutshell. The program contact is listed here. You can take a screenshot. Carrie Tidlin is our program support for Dreams for You. The office number is listed there. Her email is listed there. And when you email her, please just put in the subject line, Dreams for You, and then she'll know what you're registering for, what you want information on, and she will tell you the steps. She'll schedule you for an orientation, and then you'll be set up for the class. Now, the information that I have is the next virtual class is going to start on July 13th. It is going to be on a Tuesday and Thursday from 6 to 8. So it will end on August 5th. But when you register, you'll get all the information about how the cards would be mailed to you intermittently, and especially after your first class. Okay. Now, I just want to talk. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to ask. So these are in-person trainings, or is this a virtual?
This one that's coming up is virtual. We do both virtual and in person. The options that we have is the standard presentation is 4 hours for 4 Saturdays with lunch provided. We might do that at a Goodwill Center, or we might do that at our offices in Stockbridge. Well, that's Jonesboro. That's how we'll do the live. So we move around as needed. If we're doing live for an organization like Salvation Army or whatever, then we'll be there at their location and provide lunch. So the virtuals we've set up weekday, and it can be weekends also, but the weekday hours are 2 hours, 2 nights a week for 4 weeks. So that one that I just sent you, July 13th, that ends August 5th, is going to be Tuesdays and Thursdays from 6 to 8.
So, so you said you travel with this. So you go to where it's needed. And
yes.
So
if we're doing live, yes.
Yeah. So with that, so say for instance, I am the Georgia Sheriff's Branch, or the Boys Sheriff's Branch, or organization that's like in Savannah. Do we call, or do they call you or email this email address and say, hey, we want this training for, I don't know, 50 kids that we, or 25 kids that's getting ready to transition from care. Mm-hmm. Do we just and we have the space to host it? Is that how they go?
Okay. We haven't discussed going that far yet, Anthony. We can discuss that. I mean, if it's there that many children, that many youth, and we can discuss that. You know, I don't take care of the travel budget or all that, but right now I can say we definitely can deliver it virtual. We definitely can do that. We definitely can do that. I think as far as we've gone so far in the new program is Gainesville, but that does not negate, if this person in Savannah says, look, our kids are sick of virtual. Okay. We need to do this, but we probably need to do it in a more compact way because it cannot be completed in less than 3 weeks by grant specifications. So we'd have to have that person travel in and out. Okay. But we aim to serve.
Yes. I was just curious, and can you send the link in the chat, please? Somebody said, can you put the link in the chat, please?
Okay.
Which link are you asking for? So it's, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of it while it's up. I think that's Monica. Yeah, go ahead and take the screenshot. We'll leave it up for a few seconds while I get finished asking all these questions. But please ask your questions. So you also talked about I think when you were talking about the jerks and jerkettes. Right. Somebody sent me a text talking about they should have their boyfriend watch this or whatever.
Hey,
that's hilarious. I love it.
Yes. Yes.
So, so these are premarital. This does not take the place of premarital counseling, though, correct?
No, it does not.
No, it's not.
Okay. No, it does not. We did have a program with couples though that committed couples but these grants usually go 5 years, and like I said, we're in our 17th year of various. This is our 4th version, and so I mean, who you are with as your partner, or who you may choose to be with as a life partner, if that's what you want, is essential. It's like the basis from where you operate all your other stuff. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's proven that, immediately you have more prosperity, okay, because you're sharing costs, or immediately you have somebody that's got your back, that's going to be in your life for the long haul. So that's why these trainings are so important for you to think about what it is I want. Who is it that I mesh with, and why? um how do I avoid dangerous situations or dangerous choices? What are the red flags?
Yeah.
It talks about all of these kinds of things, because you don't have Big Mama no more to say who is that boy's people. Okay, when you bring
Yeah.
them home, people are spread out everywhere. We're moving out of state. Young people are moving out of state. They're going to college, or they're going away for a job. So we don't have that close community that we used to have, when an auntie would say something wrong with that boy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
um so these are the kinds of things that we just need to develop our own skills about. um and and it ain't just for young people, okay?
Yeah.
We got old jerks too. We got senior jerks. All right. So so we just love this business at Bethany. It's just so important for us, because and from your own experience, your audience knows from your own experience, that you have to have a healthy environment with a healthy relationship, watching a healthy relationship, to know what that looks like, so you can choose it for yourself. We don't have it a lot of the times. I don't care what it looks like on the outside. So we've got to develop those skills for ourselves.
Hmm. Okay. Awesome. I love it. Um, and do y'all also have one? I know is this one is more or less speaking toward, I guess, that intimate partner type of relationship. But do y'all have one just for like the best friend type of relationship, or finding that right mentor? Because not all advice is good advice or whatever.
That's
So
right.
do you have do y'all
Exactly. And even though this isn't all about the romantic relationships, this is about how you choose, and there are different segments of the lessons that talk about how do you even let some people in that you trust. Why do you trust them?
Mhm.
So that's kind of like across the board. you
Yeah.
know how people show ways of mistreating you, that are signs that you can't trust them. The ram board still applies to every relationship. The
Hmm.
relationship attachment model is a sequence of a healthy relationship, whether it's romantic or not. A non-romantic one would stop with the touch. Okay, you don't have to worry about that. But you still have to know somebody, spend time with them, talk to them, see how they communicate with other people, see them in certain situations, before you know if you can trust them, before you know if you can rely on their word that they're going to be this kind of person, and before you commit to have any kind of relationship, be that friendship or romantic.
Hmm. So there's a question, and it says, "Are there any volunteer opportunities for those over the age of 24?"
Um, you know, I think that's an interesting question, and I think that that is something that we definitely will take back to our leadership to consider, because I remember in other programs that we had coaches, okay, that we
Hmm.
paid to come and like support. And we had that could relate to singles and married people. We had coaches. And so I think that that's something that we have discussed, but we would really like to revisit to make it a decision point. And we may have to move some kind of funds around and all that. But as I've mentioned in the last podcast that I was a part of, some of the interaction from your people, Anthony, was exactly the kind of things. They were already on this thing. They were already, cognizant of the kind of things that they need to watch out for. They already had the experience where they knew what not to get back into. And so I was very impressed with the kind of exchanges that they had. And they are exactly the kind of people that I would like to be used for this kind of peer coaching kind of thing.
Yeah. And so, for those of you who are joining and listening, so what Miss Juanita is referring to is, I think, I think in February we did a Through Their Eyes podcast, and it was an interview of more than one person, but it was specifically on relationships. I think the title was "What's Love Got to Do with It,"
Mm-hmm.
And we had four young ladies on and talking about their relationship experience and the lessons learned and things like that. And that's kind of where this particular resource podcast came from or whatever. So if you haven't seen that one, please go and look at that one. That one is on our YouTube, and I'm getting ready to post it on our Spotify too.
Yes, I want those ladies' names too. And was there a gentleman on there? I think there was one gentleman who shared something.
No, that was just that. I think I was the only gentleman. There was somebody that was responding in chat that I was reading from.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
It was just me. They was grilling me. I do need to host another one from the male perspective too. So that's my next charge.
That can be the Fathers Incorporated thing. Or
Yeah.
Part of it. Uh-huh. Okay, great.
I would love it.
Great. So I was, I'm seriously going to look into that. And the young ladies who were part of that podcast and any others who hear about this and go through the program. Of course, they got to go through it first, and then who could become a peer coach. We will seriously consider that and see what the process would be for that and what the incentive would be. Just want to mention before I close out my segment, that the foster program, Fostering Teens Through Relationship Education, is more of a pregnancy prevention and health kind of thing that we offer for 14-year-olds to 19-year-olds. If a 17-year-old goes through foster, they can still come to Dreams for You when they become 18. That's no problem. They can do both programs. But because you have mentors of young people who are still in foster care, we want you to spread that word that Fostering Teens Through Relationship Education, it touches on relationship development, it touches on trust, but it really touches on interrelationships in a sexual nature, STDs, that kind of thing, how you protect yourself. And that is a shorter program. And that incentive has $100 thing. We're doing a summer presentation of it. We're finishing one today. It goes from 12 to 4. For 3 days, you're done. 3 days, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, you're done. So that's what we're offering in the summertime.
Did you send me that? I don't think I've seen that flyer.
Okay, I will make sure I send it to you. I thought I had, but I will make sure I send it to you. Okay.
Yeah. I'll definitely add that to my next newsletter that I send out.
Great. Yeah, well, I'm putting it in mine too, and so you may see it again from my mass mailings that's going out on Monday too. But I'll send it to you specifically tonight.
Awesome. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Great.
I'm looking to see if there's any more.
Are they asking you or putting it in chat? No.
There was some in chat, and then I'm looking at Facebook and apparently my text, because people just want to text me for whatever reason. So
I can stop sharing this. Anthony.
Can you put back up the contact information one more time?
Okay. With pleasure.
I want to make sure that people get that and leave it up there for a few more seconds.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. So quickly go ahead and screen clip it. I know you know how to do it. I screenshot everything. So. And give that a few seconds, and then you go ahead and stop sharing.
Okay.
Awesome. If they don't have it now, then they could watch it on our YouTube or our Facebook and grab it there.
Great. All righty.
As well as I think I sent it out. It was a part of the email that they received for this podcast.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So thank you
Awesome.
very much.
Oh, thank you. Did Lynn have anything he wanted to?
I don't know where he disappeared to. Lynn, he was taking notes on questions and everything, so I don't know where he disappeared to. But he'll have to watch it also. Yeah,
I ain't mad at it.
yeah. So
Well,
I'd like to get some feedback if we got a minute about what people think. What are their immediate reactions to this offering? If we can, Anthony.
yeah, I'm game. If anybody wants to, I'll if anybody wants to give some feedback, or if you want me to take you off of mute or add you to the thing so that you could give your insight. You know, empowerment. We're all about that. Nothing about us without us. So, speak your piece. I'm looking. I don't see anyone saying that they want to be taken off of mute.
Okay, they're quiet tonight.
Yeah, and I don't see anyone on live saying that. So,
Okay.
but I do definitely see me using it for a training, well, a series of training that I'll be doing for young people who are thinking about transitioning from care, because I think developing healthy relationships is crucial.
Mm-hmm.
One, just for life in general,
Mm-hmm.
but for that networking aspect, that peace at home aspect, like, is definitely needed.
Yes.
So,
Well, you say the word and we'll do
oh,
it all for you.
hold on, let me see. I think Darnell wants to come off. Darnell, did you have any questions that you wanted to ask?
Oh no, I was just saying I appreciate the information because it's very useful, and all of the resources coming out for the youth now it's very helpful for the youth that work in I guess in this position 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and didn't have the resources that we do have now, because a lot of programs are coming out with different things to help us. And I know there's this new program with the state that's rolling out like a couple $1,000s per program or certification that you take. So
Oh,
yeah, I
Yeah.
work from home, so I do apologize my background.
No, no, it's no problem.
oh.
I think I took it.
So
Awesome.
Darnell,
Thank you for that.
is this a certification for to train these types of courses or what?
He might have to go back to work.
Oh,
I
oh,
said
that's right.
I do apologize, but what can you say that once more?
I said the program you were just talking about, a couple $1,000s, is that a training to train people or what?
Yes, and actually, Mr. And I think it's through Perscalis. I don't know if it is through Perscalis, but I did, graduate from Perscalis, and they did. That set me for life, and through that, it's I feel like everybody should, have that information as well.
Excellent.
Darnell, are you just? I think I know you, Darnell. I think you
Yes,
went
sir.
to. Okay, so I know you.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, but I'm with Blue Cross right now, so.
Oh,
That
great.
is awesome.
Yep.
I'm proud of you, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, I do appreciate it.
Yeah. So that is a thing. I know we have our MET program, our MAC Employment Training program, where we're trying to get more people into the workforce, as well as be on the lookout, because we're still planning our entrepreneur conference. So we're trying to give youth who are trying to start their own business some seed money to be able to start their business, to have their own get them some mentors to develop their business plan and things like that. So Next week, I'm hosting a focus group for young people, so we could go over some of the things that we already have down as a plan for the conference, just to make sure that we're on the right track. Because I know we have a lot of young people who are trying to start their own business, and they just have they either have no idea where to start, or they keep meeting these roadblocks. And so we're bringing in actual entrepreneurs and professionals to get them on the right track and keep them moving. So if you have not seen my emails about those, please check your spam and unblock me or whatever, because there's a lot of great information in there. And we're working with DFACS and UGA to help you get some of that seed money to be able to buy your equipment or whatever. And so we're also working on a few other things that I can't necessarily speak about right now because it's not set in stone. But we're trying to hook some of the kids up who are entrepreneurs. So
fantastic. Do you have a date for that conference yet?
It's in August. I don't have the exact date, but once I have it out, then y'all will see it in via email. Okay. We gotta meet a few more times. Well, at least one more time. So
okay, great. Well, we would love to partner with that, especially like in Lynn's responsibilities. He may be able to pull out some mentors that somebody could be a one-on-one, with
listen, I love it. I love that.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, if nobody has anything else, we want to definitely thank you for bringing this amazing resource. I'm gonna definitely be picking your brain, and I'll be on the lookout for that other flyer so that I can make sure that it gets out to everybody that's listening and everybody that will listen. But we really appreciate you for coming on and sharing this resource with us.
My pleasure. And you will be hearing from Fathers Incorporated.
Thank you. I'll be on the lookout.
All right, then.
All right. You have a great day.
All right. Take care.
Thank you, guys.
Take care.
Thank you.